and sharing your story with us. How is Ariel? Are you still looking for a home for the rabbit?
We are still looking for a home. She's doing very well, showing daily improvement. Would love for somebody watching tonight to adopt her.
What type of person are you looking for?
She's a special needs bunny, meaning that even though she's showing continued improvement, she's not able to hop like a normal bunny would. We have made her a custom fit cart. We're actually in the process of receiving, hopefully this week, custom made what are called hobbles to try to stabilize her front legs as well. An interested owner should know that she does need the type of care that would require more than just letting her be by herself. They would have to help her, keep her clean, special attention. Tracy Nuso, who's her current foster owner, I'm sure would spend a lot of time with any interested party to show them the ropes.
We're going to have a website with information a little bit later on in this interview, so our folks who are curious can find out more information. How many animals are brought to your center in need of rehabilitation each year?
Each year, gosh, to be honest, I don't know the exact number, but we see on average per day anywhere from 8 to 23 patients daily, and we operate 6 days a week, so we stay quite busy. I have 4 full-time certified rehabilitation technicians. They're amazing. I have 3 full-time assistants, and then I'm a single doctor. We make very good use of everybody on our team, and I have to credit them for the great success we've had with Ariel.
Pet care, as we all know, can be very expensive, but there's 2 different things going on here at the medical center. You can go in if your animal is injured and pay, but this is also, we're talking about a special fund for rehabilitating these animals who may come to you with injuries, strays, rescues, whatever you want to call them. So tell me more about this special fund. How can people contribute to it, and how much does it cover as far as rehabilitating those animals that are brought to you injured?
Sure. We're at the Animal Medical Center. We're a nonprofit organization, and we welcome donations for various different funds. AMC to the Rescue is a community fund that's aimed at helping rescue organizations help pets who have particular need that precludes them from being easily adoptable. So the funds provide 100% of the care for this pet to receive the care that it would need to be more adoptable. So for example, if a pet has a fracture or it needs to be spayed or neutered, in the case of Ariel, she needed rehabilitation to try to make her more independent so she's not as needy as she was before. We do also have other funds. We have a specific fund for rehabilitation. And they can contact the Animal Medical Center through the website that you're going to be putting up to give donations, and we do welcome those donations. But Ariel's care has been 100% provided by the Animal Medical Center and donations to the AMC to the Rescue Fund.
How difficult is it not to grow emotionally attached to these little animals that you're helping?
Very difficult. I'm extremely attached to all of my patients. I'm very fortunate to be in the role that I am. I actually took care of the last surviving dog that worked at the World Trade Center site, and the police officer who cared for him. We just receive really amazing patients and very, very dedicated owners. I grieve just as much as owners do when they lose their pets when they're my patients. So very difficult to not get attached.
Yeah, I would think so. But you're doing a wonderful job, and we want to get that website up for people who may want to reach you, whether they want to donate to the Animal Medical Center or find out about Ariel. There's the information, amcny.org. You have to follow a link to get to the information about adopting through the specific fund, but you'll find it on the website, amcny.org. Dr. Leilani Alvarez, thank you so much for coming in and being our New Yorker of the Week.
Thank you so much.
If you know someone who would make a good New Yorker of the Week, email us at nyer@ny1.com or write to us at New Yorker of the Week, 75 9th Avenue, or on the 6th floor, New York, New York 10011.